Hello, everybody, and it's your girl, Lori G, and you're here with At Random. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We are now coming into a new and wonderful week. I have all of your co-hosts here. Let's give it up for the totally awesome Damian.
What's up?
Woohoo!
Yeah, he's finally got his ass on a damn call.
We missed you, Damian.
I was
And
working
let's
part-time
give it
as
up.
a sex phone.
Let's give it up for the lovely, wonderful wife of mine, MikMik.
Hi.
Hey.
And the sexy, intelligent, no nonsense, Lena Kelly.
Don't forget looking for a green card marriage. Thank you. Hey, y'all.
Look here.
She doesn't want a Nigerian prince either.
See them again. And the mysterious
Only if his bank account is real, Damian.
Ghost Girl's husband,
Ghost Girl.
Davis.
What up?
Woo-hoo.
It's your boy at thenamedavis, aka Emma Bessel / Ghost Girl's husband, and the boys are back in town.
Yeah.
What he said.
So things are about to get real crazy up in here. So let's first talk about our topics for tonight is COVID life after COVID. So since how
Well,
everybody's
when is that going to start?
Well, that's the thing. Has it started already? Because everyone's been getting the vaccination. People have lifted the banments of the mask. Like, do we honestly see any changes going on since?
I work in a medical office. No, there are no changes. Life after COVID is going to be life. Soon is going to be life with the 5th wave of COVID.
Wow.
I don't even know we're on the 5th. What happened to 3 and 4?
Oh, it just wasn't televised. People weren't listening to the CDC, but like
Now
yeah,
like a
it's
Delta
bad.
strain and a Lambda strain and whatever else the hell's on there.
Like when it's like what last year? What was it? The killer hornets
There's
thing
a
was the
whole
thing
bunch
for
of
like a
Oh
week.
God.
I was like, yeah, that was just a filler episode
my
for
God.
2020 because it was there for 1 week and gone.
But do you guys see any good changes that's happened since people have been getting their vaccinations?
You see a lot more ugly people.
Well, I'm a head out then.
Dumbass.
No, I'm just saying though, like, listen, when you only talk to people who were like just eyes and forehead, people were nice and cool, like, and then like you get to see the rest of their face and you're like, holy shit. Whoa.
I've actually heard some people like, hey, look, I'm being treated equally because all they see is this. They don't need to see the rest of this.
Right. And it's like, wait a damn minute. Whoa. Listen, I could tell you one thing. A lot of people then got catfished. With those masks, with the blingy face mask, and then you take that shit off when you meet the person, you're like, oh shit. God damn it. Yeah.
You're talking about the catfishing again?
Take it off and you're like, can you put the mask back on and then wear it forever?
Exactly. Remember when they had those t-shirts that was like, you look better on Facebook? I'm sure now it's going to be, you look better with your mask on.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you guys seen the movie, Scary Movie 2?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know that part?
Oh,
where,
I know what you're talking about.
He's like the and he puts the bag over it and they do it in like the colleague's like, no. He's like, no, keep the bag on, don't fuck it up.
Keep the bag on. Yep.
And it's just a hole in the bag.
Oh my
God. At that point
ridiculous.
right now, a hole is a hole.
Ridiculous.
I'm here all night.
But I mean, there are
is
some
stupid.
changes that happen because I see a lot of people are starting to go out more. They're starting to party more. At least on my end, the Mexicans are starting to go crazy over here.
I mean, I like just being able to go out without a mask. At least in Scottsdale. I don't know about Phoenix, Florida. I haven't been out there a lot, but I could go into like, where did we go? Oh, we went to Red Robin in Phoenix, and they didn't require a mask or anything. And they say, oh, if you're vaccinated, don't wear a mask. But if they're not going to check me, then I don't see why I need to wear one anyway.
They said the same thing at Walmart.
Here's the thing, though.
But they don't check. They don't check if you're vaccinated. So
they can't check legally. Legally, they cannot check. That is a
HIPAA
violation
laws.
of HIPAA laws. They cannot ask you
So they
if you
want
are
every single
vaccinated.
person to be.
They want you to volunteer that information. But the fact is, they can't ask you because that's a violation of HIPAA laws and you can't sue them. Now, here's the thing, though. There are people such as myself who have medical conditions who cannot get vaccinated. I have a blood clotting disorder. I have a heart condition. That Johnson & Johnson shit could have killed me quickly. So
Isn't that the
wearing a
baby
mask
powder?
is not necessarily, no, the Johnson & Johnson shot was causing blood clots in
Oh,
people and
whoops.
like 9 people died.
I'm
But,
way off.
But the thing is, wearing the mask is, even if it's not for yourself, there are other people who, for whatever reason, cannot be vaccinated.
Yeah.
And a lot of children cannot be vaccinated.
Yeah. Like my doctor
So
told
it's
me,
like, wear your fucking mask, dude. It's not that serious. If
Like
not
my
for you,
doctor-
for other people.
my doctor told me I can't get vaccinated because we're trying for a baby right now. He didn't go into details why.
Another one?
He just said, yeah. He just said
You
that
know, Lori just likes to have sex.
DJ Kali, another one. Another one. Another
he
one.
just said that I can't get vaccinated.
I'm just scared because people things are happening to people and they don't really know, and so I haven't gotten vaccinated, but I don't see a need to like wear my mask. I've been in close contact with several different people and I still haven't gotten it. I'm gonna let
That
God
doesn't
take
mean
care of me.
anything.
I'm so masked out. I can't do it. I just
Well,
can't.
And
I
I
was
get
at
it. I totally get it. Like it's rough, and it's like when you get the go ahead to like, oh, you don't have to wear your mask. It's funny because I saw a meme on Facebook and it was like, ladies and gentlemen, the feeling you get when you don't wear your mask is what men feel like when they don't have to wear a condom.
I mean, I was a little bit paranoid. I was a little bit paranoid
Complete
today.
and utter freedom. Yeah, but
Right.
there's one thing that's not going to change though. Is
What?
now that when you sneeze, no one's going to say Bessie no more. They're going to look at you like you committed the greatest heresy.
Oh,
You
For
sneeze
real.
and then they look at you and you're like,
and I sneezed and
You don't get-
like seriously, like 10 customers left the store. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But you know what though? I'm gonna say that comes in handy when I'm online at Starbucks and it's super long, and you just cough a
Start
couple
sneezing.
of times and people just leave. Suddenly the line goes from 10 people to 2. Just saying.
Well, I know when I was in Walmart, they were like, well, thank you for coming to Walmart. For those of you who have not been vaccinated, please wear your mask. But if you have been vaccinated, your mask may be removed at any time. Yo, I saw so many people put on their
They
masks.
can't. The thing is, they can't advertise that. They're really not supposed to, because that's
HIPAA.
like saying, again, you're asking people, if they've been vaccinated. You can't do that. But at the same time, people can lie their asses off. Oh yeah, I was vaccinated. Prove it.
I mean,
you can't
first
ask
of all,
me
they
to.
can't ask you. They can't check. So you can't ask them directly. You can't check, and they expect people to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm one of the liars.
You and
Well-
me both. I lie all the time. I lied about my weight on my ID. I lied about my sex with Tinder. I lied about catfish.
I can't say I haven't done that either.
I lied on
Oh
my
my
taxes,
God.
but that came back to bite me in the ass.
Damn it,
Hey,
Damian.
listen.
What?
The
FBI's
There's 3
like,
people.
keep going.
Dude, listen to what I'm saying to you. There's 3 people we do not lie to. The I, the R, and the S. We don't lie
I would
to them.
know.
But
Well,
guess what?
I didn't. lie
If you
to
have
them?
the right, if you have the right accountant, you specifically don't have to lie. Just saying.
Yeah, but telling the truth got me screwed over like for 4 years. It's been 4 years since I got a tax return. You know that?
Really? That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
I don't even know
Well,
how long it's
Lori's
gonna
about
be
to have
until.
another baby, so you can pretend to be her baby daddy, and you could be that could be your
Hey,
dependent.
Lori,
Yeah.
can I use your kid on my tax report?
You know you're saying this live on air, right?
No
Oh
one
my
needs to
We
know.
are joking. We are joking. These are all jokes, people. I went
In
to
a
know.
hypothetical
We are
situation.
nowhere
not
near
take anything
serious.
we're
It's
saying
we're just
seriously,
kidding.
please.
This is not serious.
Hypothetically, you know.
Hypothetically, sure, dude. Matter of fact, hypothetically, for the right cut, I might be able to loan you a kid.
says alone.
How's that different from fucking child support?
We're gonna get
because-
reported if you guys
listen.
don't stop.
People, we are joking. Listen, Karen and Stuart, we're joking.
And
These are
Chad.
Oh
jokes.
yeah,
Chad,
all those
Wow,
get the
you're
fuck
gonna-
down,
wow,
Chad.
you're gonna
and
get-
Kevin's
we're gonna
out
get
there.
a long-
We're seriously joking.
We're gonna get a long ass comment on this video on YouTube from a Karen.
Bro,
Let me tell you something.
You just
What
said
you're
it,
saying?
for all,
Hold
for
on,
all
hold
the
on.
Karens and Kevins that are listening out there, I promise we're joking. It's just a joke.
To all the Karens out there, I
I
got
would
one
just
thing
like
to say
to
to
say
you.
for the
That is
record-
not a joke.
Let me
I
give
would
you
like to
this
say for the
dick,
record,
and you'll
we
go
have-
from Karen to Rebecca real quick.
Becky with the good hair.
Or Tina.
Or Tina, the
You know
talking
what?
tummy.
Listen. If that happens, all we have to do is put Michaela in front. She's like our token white person.
Because
Thanks
all
a
of us
lot.
all of us on here are a bunch of minorities.
Listen,
anybody gotta
Michaela,
really-
we love you. We love
Michaela, we
you.
gotta use
But
your
look,
whiteness.
we know that you're only white on the outside, but that's what counts. That's what counts.
So what am I on the inside? Do you have a color for that?
Red?
No, you know what your inside color is? Complete coolness.
That's your color.
Nice save.
Yeah, nice. Save.
Complete
Thanks a lot.
coolness. No, seriously. Listen, let me tell you something. If I had never seen you, I wouldn't have known you were white.
That's because apparently I argue like a Latina, and we're all here talking
Yes,
about.
Yes, you do.
do.
Yes, you do.
Story, it's a
Yes,
white
you do.
guy. If you hear this story, it's a black man.
You
Absolutely do. Absolutely do. I would have totally thought you were some type of Hispanic. Probably Puerto Rican.
So
But yeah.
has
I-
things
I-
gone
well-
back to have things gone back to normal?
Well,
I
I
would
just
say
That things will never be normal again.
This is gonna be
I
an
would-
interesting
I-
one.
This
from
is
my
the new
Whatever
opinion,
normal
I
to
would say a
begin
little
with.
bit. We have a little bit of normalcy. Not all of it, but a little bit of normalcy. That's
I
what
mean, movie
Sorry.
theaters, gyms,
Tell me what is normal.
bowling alleys are all opening back up without masks.
I
So
just went to the
Yeah, but
bowling
they're
on
still
Friday.
doing this. They're still doing the social distancing and things like that. So there's never going to be back to normal. You're never going to, have an event where it's like people on top of people, where it used to be. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen again. Because here's
people
the
on top
problem.
of people happens in a certain room.
well, they stopped doing that in movie
Davis.
theaters. Now you have to like, they don't even skip seats anymore. It's like I went to Cinemark with some
Here
people.
they do. In
And
Florida, they do.
They were like rows and rows of people were sitting next to us, like that. We had no idea who they were.
Yes, in Florida, when I took my kids to see Cruella, we all had to sit. They have like things in the seat, and it's so you can't sit there. So it's like every other seat.
See, when I saw Cruella, we went to Cinemark and it was like literally packed, and I'm like, so there's no social distancing now? And they're like, no, we just so
You know what?
people we had no idea were sitting next to us, and I'm like, okay. So,
But see, that's what makes this so dangerous, and this is why this is never going to go back to normal, because there are still people who are infected. There are people that are asymptomatic, and exactly. So they go around other people. All they have to do is breathe in your direction, and you won't know it.
That's why
There are people. There are also people who have been vaccinated who are still getting COVID. I know this because I treated some of them. So yeah, people have gotten the vaccinations. People are still getting COVID. It may not be as bad and it may not kill them, but they're still getting it. So here's the thing, even if they're not sick from it, even if they're not as sick from it, they're still going out acting like it's nothing, still spreading it to other people, especially, oh, I got my vaccine, I don't have to wear a mask. But bitch, you have COVID.
See, but they tell you after you get the vaccination to stay in the house for about a good 2 weeks.
Who listens to that?
Nobody, apparently.
Listen, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to. Oh, I got my shot yesterday. What the fuck you doing here now?
Yeah.
Why are you here? Oh, I got my shot last week. Again, why are you here now?
I think people have a misconception when it comes to vaccines because they think it's like an automatic cure, but it's not really a cure.
Can we say that young people
it's
have
more like
this problem, but in reality, my boyfriend's sister got her vaccine. She's still wearing her mask.
Yeah, and she should. She should. There are people still getting COVID with the vaccine. The vaccine is not an end all be all to this situation. It's just not. And now with the new variations, the new mutations.
Lena, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
And so would you think that all these commercials about getting the vaccine is kind of doing the opposite effect? Because they're treating the vaccine as if a end all cure all?
Yeah, I would say that.
I think it's like any medicine commercial where if you listen to the guy who's speaking 15 paragraphs in one sentence, where it says, oh yeah, take this medication for depression, but it's going to cause severe stomach cramps, explosive diarrhea, anxiety, and it may make you suicidal. Wait a minute, you want me to take this medication because I'm depressed, but it's going to make me suicidal and give me explosive diarrhea? What? Fuck you. So the thing is, they're not saying, listen, when you take this, you still have to quarantine for 2 weeks because this needs to work through your system. It's not just there automatically.
Yeah, because my husband, he got the vaccine and he ended up getting a really nasty cold for about a good week or so.
No, baby, he didn't have a cold. He had COVID. Do you understand these injections? It's injecting you with COVID.
Yeah, that's the common.
And they say
all
your second
injections
shot or whatever gives you COVID because so you take it to get COVID, so you have the antibodies. The reason you get sick after the second shot is because they're giving you COVID, so you can get it. You feel like you have
your
COVID
body builds up the
at least 3 to 5 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sick as hell.
So will things ever go back to normal?
No, not even close.
Not even close right now.
Nothing was normal to begin with.
Honestly, I like at least something. I gave until at least next year, maybe 2023. But that was like before all the stuff started happening out. Like I literally had a work meeting this morning, and there was like 110 of us, and somewhere in the back of my head, I was like, "Oh hell yeah, 110 of us are gonna get COVID because we're like all close to each other." Yeah.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. I heard somebody say something, and I thought it was ridiculous, but it makes a lot of sense to people who are using this as an excuse. This particular person works at Walmart, and this person has not been vaccinated. And apparently, if you haven't been vaccinated, you can say you've had exposure, and they'll pay you for 2 weeks, and you don't have to go to work. You have to quarantine. So a lot of people are not getting vaccinated just to use that to their advantage.
That's like saying, oh, like you got laid off. But they're like, oh, well, I've been fired. I need unemployment. They're not going back to work because they're getting money for unemployment. They don't need to go back to work.
Well, the unemployment thing has been lowered. It's back to normal. But with this COVID leave, you're still, okay, let's say I work for you, Mikilla, and I'm like, hey, listen, I got, somebody I know has COVID and I was hanging around with them on Friday and it's Monday now. So I can't come to work for the next 2 weeks because I have to quarantine. You still have to pay me.
God.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to get the shot, or they'll get it and they won't tell anyone. They won't let their jobs know that they got them.
Can I add on to what Lena was saying?
Yes, go ahead.
It comes to the point they say at my mom's work, right? They have this thing called COVID hours, where I think it's like up to 80 hours where they say that you could take off and you'll still be paid for it.
Yeah.
It'll be considered like a COVID pay or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it's called, COVID pay.
Yeah, so it's like, now they're just treating it like if it was sick hours or vacation hours.
Well, since we established that nothing's going to go back to normal, let's talk about.
Well, hold on. I got one more I got one more thing. 2 things are going to happen that I know. 10 years from now, you'll see commercials. Were you or a loved one ever affected by the 2020 pandemic?
Listen, no. The best one is going to be if you received the COVID-19 vaccine between 2019 and 2022, you may be eligible for compensation.
Oh, hell
Everybody's going to jump on that shit.
Right.
We're going to get that one.
And then, like, Laura, how old are your kids?
2 and 4.
2 and 4? 20 years from now, or like at least 15 years from now, they're like, hey, Mom, we took our history class today. Oh, what'd you guys learn? We learned about this thing about the 2020 pandemic. Do you know anything about that? And you're going to have like war flashbacks like Vietnam.
Yeah, but instead of Vietnam, it's going to be like the battle for toilet paper.
You know what?
And they're gonna do a movie like was it Contagion?
Yeah, Contagion.
The one with Morgan Freeman?
That nailed the whole thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, it's funny, Davis, that you say that. So my daughter comes to me, she's like, Mom, we learned in class today, in history class. I'm like, what? She's like, do you know that a plane flew into the World Trade Center? I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, so were you alive in those days? Fuck you mean those days? Yes, I was alive. She's like, can you tell me about it? This girl whips out her pencil and her notebook. So what, we have to report on it. I got firsthand knowledge. You know what? F you, little girl. Get the fuck out of my room. How about that? Get the hell out of my room.
So but before we go any further, let's talk about Britney Spears, which has been all in the social media, all over.
I wish they would just leave this girl alone. Let her live her life. Just leave her alone. This is a grown-ass woman. The thing is, and this goes back to what we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks with these child stars. Britney Spears is a victim of her parents' laziness.
Yep.
They found a way to make their child support their lifestyle. When she became old enough and she stopped, okay, yeah, she had a mental break. But look at all these fucking Disney, Nickelodeon child stars. They've all had some type of mental breakdown. And we're now finding out why. The molestation, the drugs, the sex, all that shit. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. Not only that, but she went through so much in such a short amount of time. Plus, okay, fucking Federline, Jesus Christ, that's a story in itself. But with her kids back to back, she had postpartum depression. Nobody's talking about what brought her to the mental break. Just the fact that she had one and now she can't manage her life. It's been over 10 years.
Yep.
Let this woman live her freaking life. But no, her dad wants to continue to control her money. She's been with her boyfriend for I don't know how long, and her dad will not let her marry this man.
It's ridiculous.
She's a grown woman. She's able to marry whoever the hell she wants.
Her sister's on her side, though.
Now, but at first she wasn't. At first, everybody was like, "Oh, you need help." And granted, she did need help. Listen, at first she did need help. She did. She was going through it mentally and emotionally. And here's the thing: women go through it. Some of us handle it better than others, but she lived her whole life in the spotlight. She didn't have time to privately go through her anything, her breakups, her family feuds, her fucking medical issues. It was all front page news, and we all gobbled it up. So leave her alone. She's human. So what? She's a child star.
Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone.
That part. It's just sickening that, as a parent, why would you put your child through that? Your child, listen, I'm 41. She's like 42.
Listen, and I don't have anything against her, except for the fact that her Baby One More Time, she was singing at 14 years old. Now, that's the parents' fault because they let whoever the hell is sitting behind the chair write that for her at 14 years old. She has no idea what she's talking about. Love, sex, and all the rest of the shit that she says in that song. That's her parents' fault.
We got the notice.
Okay.
So what do we do?
Keep going. It's going to be 10 minutes. So we got a countdown. So let's continue with this one. When I say we end this subject in 10 minutes, so that way I can do a clean cut if it does cut out, just in case.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't overlap like we did last time.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, Michaela, you're absolutely right. That is the parents' fault. And at 14, they did have her overly sexualized. Look at the outfit she wore in that video.
Is that the one where she's in school?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a schoolgirl outfit. Yeah.
I didn't even know she was 14 when she did it. She didn't even look 14.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Nobody looks like their age nowadays.
Well, it's not even nowadays. Is that the point was to overly sexualize these children? Again, look at the executives that are now coming out as child molesters and, fetishes and all types of shit. This is what they wanted to
Schneider,
see.
I'm just saying.
That part. So when you think about the fact that this is what these adults were allowing these other adults to do to their children, imagine what else these kids went through. Some of them are talking about it. Some of them aren't. At the end of the day, all of them were exploited and abused in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And their parents are to blame.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. I hope things go in her favor.
I hope so too. I really do.
I do feel bad for her, but I do hope things change for her for the better.
It's just ridiculous.